I had a small video error, and so some quick updates that I'll breeze right through was I came in, I did a few things. I made the overall height of the rook different, higher. What I did is first of all, we'll go in and edit this component, and when I edit that component, it changes to the default Solidworks gray. Also, I have available, highlighted all in blue, is the rook itself. So whatever changes I make here are going to propagate to the part file, and then they will also update the other 4 rooks that are on this board. So basically what I did was I drew a circle on the plane that was here. I'll roll it back. There we go. This was our rook. I selected that face. I made a sketch, and then I did an extrude boss, which, see, this is interesting. See, I roll back the rook part file, and it rolls back the other rooks on the board, which is very cool. And I roll it forward, and there's the update. The other change I made was some overall height to the bishop, and that was going into our original sketch and changing this dimension. It was 8125, and I just changed it to 8875. Okay. Finally, the other thing I did was, if you recall the chessboard, white was not in the right corner. So I opened up the board itself, right click, open part, and then I did edit material, and instead of part select, I did face select, clear all those selections, select faces. I selected all the black ones and made them all white, and then I selected all of the white ones and made them all black. A lot of different ways to go about doing that. That's what I did. So that was basically the summation of what was going to be video 9. And then I also hinted at some board changes. And really, as I'm looking at this set here, the board looks too tall, too thick overall. So let's go back into this board and see what happens if I just... Alright, I got 2 things I can do here. I can make a sketch on one of these faces and extrude cut half the board away right now. Boom, done. I can make a sketch on this bottom and extrude cut halfway up. What I'd like to do, if I can, without adding more operations, is going into the original sketch that defines this board. Actually, I don't need to be in the original sketch. I'm going to edit the feature of the original extrude, and it's up 0.490, and I recall I raised the squares up 0.1 inches, 0.01 inches beyond that. So that being said, let's do this minus 0.25 and see what happens. This might create some really wonky errors, and it might work just fine. We'll find out here in a second. It's computing the build. Crossing my fingers here. Hey, look at that. Now, one thing that didn't happen is... Oh, yep, it did. The holes go all the way through. Look at that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's cool. That is much thinner. And remember, this is 4 inches by 4 inches. I want this to be able to ride in the, fit easily into the pocket or purse or glove box, anything. Backpack. Alright, cool. Let's go Control Tab back to the assembly and see what it looks like. Ah, yeah. So here's our errors, and if you recall, half of these pieces were mated to. First of all, let's just close this and look at all these red errors. Don't freak out. It's because half of these parts were mated to some geometry that no longer exists. So what we're going to have to do is go in and, now again, this is just for looks. I don't necessarily need to go and fix all these mates, but aesthetics is half the battle in design here, and I want these pieces to be mated with that plane down there, as if someone pushed them all the way down through there. So anyway, let's go into each one of these, and it's so the face of Knight 2, which highlights it in blue. It's got that one. That's no problem. That's there. The missing face 1 is gone. Well, yeah, this is going to be interesting, right? So I'm mating it to the bottom there. It also is telling me that it kindly flipped the alignment of the concentric mate, and I'm thinking to myself, okay. So not only that, but now I'll need to go in and check this out. This is a good shortcut. I could go in and edit the feature right here and then reverse. I can just go flip mate alignment, save myself a lot of time. Okay. I should have read that error, but I didn't. Did anyone else catch that? This is weird. Let's just get out of there. Okay. Anyway, so I fixed the Knight. So basically I need to go through and do that with a bunch of other pieces, I suppose. The cool thing about the black pieces is they're mated to a plane, right? And that's why they don't have an error, because that plane still exists. Now, where is that plane? Let's view planes. Plane 1. Now, where is plane 1 over? Plane 1's all the way down here. Now, what's cool about plane 1 is it's where it should be. But now I want to move plane 1. I want it to be coincident with this face. So, how about we edit the feature of the plane? Even this one, it didn't turn red, but it's telling me, hey, it's missing a face. See that? Missing face. Okay, well, here. How about that face? We go okay, and look at this. Unbelievable. Why did all the black pieces get, let's try to rebuild and get the same errors. Something moved. Now, I would have thought all of those pieces would have moved down there, so what is going on? The components cannot be moved to a position which satisfies this mate. Planar face and plane are not coincident. Separation distance is 0.25 inches. Okay, I guess it was trying to auto-flip everything. So notice where I just flipped the mate alignment. Oh! Wow, I'm telling you, welcome to Solidworks, folks. Welcome to Solidworks. It just corrected almost all my pieces. Hey, I'm going with it. I am going with it. Alright. Now, I think I need to flip this concentric. Yes. Don't show again in this session. There you go. Just put your head in the sand and keep on flying. If it works, it works. Mates, flip. For some reason, that one disappeared, so let's remate that to that. Good. I'm really liking where this is coming. Now, you notice, okay, so did anyone have their stopwatch going? Oh, not done yet. One more to fix here. Okay, so if you had your stopwatch going, what was the time on that? And what's going on here? Why is my king looking like that? That's not how I left the king. Oh, because it rolled back the part. If you notice that message in the very beginning, the king was rolled back in a rolled back state. Well, that's where I want it, right? So when I save this part and open it, it says, hey, you want to roll it forward? And I said, yeah. It included the cut extrudes of the queen. So what I need to do for the king, and I'm in the king part, I either need to suppress these or delete those features. Either way, now I save this part, that message will never come up again. Suppress them or delete them, but if you roll it back, it's only kind of temporarily suppressing features. Okay. Anyway, so that solves that. This is this is a really good episode here because everything's coming at us at once here. Now, unfortunately, for the rest of these, I'm going to have to go in and I can view the mates, and I'm going to have to individually, yep, you got it, every single one. So, this is where you go and get a cup of coffee and just do what needs to be done. There's no way out of this mess. And that's another reason to have these things mated to geometry, reference geometry, like a plane. Oops. That way I can just go in and change the, change the plane. Ugh, unbelievable. There we go. Instead of going in and changing 16 mates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the rest of these on my own time and spare you the trouble with it. What I really want to look at and what really excites me here is I'm going to measure the distance between this point. What's the minimum distance there? 0.25 inches. You know, if that was a little larger, what I could do, actually, I still can. I'm going to show you the coolest thing that nobody's ever seen before. Right here, before your very eyes. Ready for this? Oh, bollocks. My board is not a 1/4 inch tall. Oh, no, maybe it is. Maybe it is precisely a 1/4 inch tall. Okay. Yeah, what if I had something like this going on? How cool would that be? So what this is going to allow me to do is actually go back and make the board a little bit thicker. But now I've got, can you imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these going through here? This is going to be an area to store your chess pieces, alright? Pretty cool, huh? I like it. I like it a lot. So while we're still editing the board here, so while we're doing that, let's go into the first boss extrude and edit that feature. And we need to add some of the meat back. Let's add half of it back, which is going to screw up my mate alignments again. But that's alright. The one thing about mates is sometimes you want to save them for the end, I suppose, or do them only when they're necessary. But, because they can create a lot of work and cause a lot of maintenance issues. So, what I'm going to do right now is drop this video and leave it in a total disarray as it is. Clean everything up, and then we can come back and look at all this, all that red. We can come back the next one and I'll have some just want to see what's going on here. Alright, Ivory, hold on. I know, babe. And Solidworks does like algebra, so don't be scared of algebra. Plus 125 divided by 2. That should put me in the middle. Yep, okay, good. That's what I was looking for. But it doesn't seem to be... Hold on, babe. Come here. Good girl. That hole doesn't seem to be in the middle of these two pieces, so let me just double check my math once again here. Okay. Should be right on par. What's going on here? It seems to be favoring one over the other. I thought I set everything up as to be a 1/2 inch, and I've got a 1/4 inch circle, 1/2 inch through. So, is this piece not in the center of its square, or is this piece not in the center of its square? I don't know. Let's go back to the measure tool, and let's measure this to the edge. 0.115, and let's measure this to the edge. Click off and reselect this to 105. I'm off 10,000ths of an inch somewhere. Well, I have got some major cleanup to do. I'll probably do it off camera. Well, let's see here. I mean, if you want to watch. That's how I feel about it. 0.115 to there. But it's 0.105 to there. Do that again. 115. My pieces are not in the center of their squares. That's precisely what's going on. Interesting. Okay, well, this is called modeling at Friday night at 9:12 p.m. This is what you get. Alright, I'm going to save, end the video, walk away, come back, get a breath of fresh air, and fix all these problems. Nothing is unfixable in SolidWorks. Thank you very much.